Once upon a time, in a deserted village, there was an old and abandoned farmhouse at the edge of the forest. The villagers seemed to have long forgotten about this farmhouse, which had been abandoned a considerable time ago. However, mysterious rumors circulating in the village and unexplained events suggested that the farmhouse might not have been truly abandoned. A group of brave youngsters decided to explore this legendary farmhouse. One night, under the moonlight, they set out on the path towards the farmhouse. Their journey began when they reached the old wooden door. The door, decayed and rusted over time, opened without creaking. As they entered the farmhouse, a silence surrounded them. The moonlight danced over the traces left on the deserted buildings. The group proceeded towards the old barn. Upon opening the barn door, they were met with old haystacks and rusty farming tools inside. Suddenly, they heard a strange noise in the distance. The group anxiously looked at each other as the noise drew nearer. Then, with a faint light appearing in the corner of the barn, the engine of an old tractor suddenly roared to life. The tractor moved on its own, forcing the group members to retreat in fear. The farmhouse seemed to be taken over by a ghostly group of villagers. The group witnessed the flickering ghostly figures approaching, transforming into ancient farmers forgotten by the villagers. The hearts of the youngsters started pounding rapidly, but suddenly the lights went out. In the darkness, the farmhouse fell silent. However, dim lights emerged one by one from the walls, surrounding the ghostly farmers. The ghosts, determined to take revenge for the past, reminded the youngsters of the bygone days. The youngsters, realizing that ghostly farmers were closing in on them, began to panic and run. In the dark corridors, as they sprinted through passages resembling a maze of the old barn, they started to get lost between the walls. The ghostly farmers, like a reflection of the past, silently and determinedly continued to pursue them. Breathless and with trembling hearts, the youngsters tried to find an exit. They entered a room and quickly closed the door. However, the silence around them in the room became even more unsettling. In the corner of the room, an old piano stood, and there was a mysterious feeling at the other end of the room. Meanwhile, a mysterious glow appearing on the floor caught the attention of the youngsters. A faint light rising from beneath the floor illuminated the entrance of an old tunnel. The youngsters hesitated in fear for a moment, but the rustling of the ghostly farmers behind them prompted them to immediately head towards the tunnel. As they entered the tunnel, they began to descend with old stone stairs. With every step, in this tunnel filled with traces of the past, they tried to lose the pursuit of the ghostly farmers. As they went deeper, old paintings and writings on the walls of the tunnel emerged, creating a mysterious tableau telling the story of the past. At the end of the tunnel, the youngsters reached an ancient underground cave. The cave was filled with forgotten old items and dusty boxes over the years. The youngsters paused here for a moment to avoid the ghostly farmers and